Welcome to another Vintage Story 1.15 tutorial. This tutorial is on how to make leather. Making leather is one of the most complex processes in Vintage Story. So I myself always find it useful to actually write down what I'm doing. Now obviously not quite this much. Now for leather working, and I want to have leather backpacks, and I can't have leather backpacks until I have leather. You need medium hides or small hides. Now there are no large hides in the game yet. I believe in the long term we will have bears, which is why we might have that facility. Now I've got here 13 raw medium hides and 7 small hides. Now the proportions of how many you can put in water are determined by the size of your hides. You cannot mix small and medium hides. You have to work with hides of one size. So you need to work to however many large or however many small hides you have. Let's start with what equipment you'll need. You will need a saw because you need barrels and a bucket. You will need a well, and I put one here because you'll need a lot of water. And then because you need to powder your borax or your lime, you will need a quern or a hammer. Now I don't have borax, I have lime. So we're going to use the lime. If you want to use borax to make diluted borax, it's called, you use 5 litres of water to 2 powdered borax. For lime water, it's 1 litre of water to 1 powdered lime. Now I'm going to use 50 litres of water, and I have a lot of lime in my area. You can actually see it from here. So what we're going to do is to just get down to 50. Right. I am right clicking on the barrel. I'm going to put 50 lime in to 50 litres of water. Immediately it goes to lime water. Now let's grab our hides. And the question is, how many will it take? So I'm going to put them in one by one. See, that will make 1 soaked hide, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Will it take another one? 11, it will. If this disappears, I've put too many in. 12. It won't take 13. Unlucky 13. But it will take 12. So it will take 12 medium hides to 50 litres of lime water. Now you have to seal this, and this has to be sealed for 24 hours, and that will give you soaked hides. Now this is the next step with soaked hides. We're not there yet, but in the meantime we need to make some weak tannin, and the way in which we do that is to take I'm just right clicking to put 10 litres in at a time. This is why you need your well close. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that is, it's 10 litres of water to 1 oak log, and I've got some oak logs here, and it has to be oak, guys. It has to be oak. You can't use any other wood. There's something about oak that makes tannin. So if we open our barrel, 1 oak log to 10 litres of water, so that's going to be 5. 3, 4, 5. There you are. Will turn into 50 litres of weak tannin after being sealed for 24 hours. Seal this. Right. Now the other thing we're going to need is strong tannin, and the way you get strong tannin is to start with weak tannin. 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, I mean, you can do this. You don't have to do it the full amount, but frankly, if I'm going to spend this much time on something, I'd like to get the full benefit. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you start with 10 litres of weak tannin, which is 1 oak log for 24 hours. I've got too many oak logs. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. We'll turn into 50 litres of weak tannin. Seal. So what we have to do now is the hides that are soaking in lime water will soak for 24 hours to become soaked hides. We will then scrape them. Once that makes scraped hides. Once we've got scraped hides, we will need to place them in weak tannin for 4 days. And we can only make strong tannin once we've made weak tannin. So your first starting point is a barrel filled with lime water and hides to make raw hides, and 2 barrels filled with weak tannin to make the weak tannin and the base for the strong tannin. All right, so make sure that you have this sort of equipment: hides, lime or borax, oak logs and water. Powdered lime, I powdered mine in a quern, but you can just hit it with a hammer. So, well guys, we are now 1 day on, and if we right click on this barrel, we have 12 soaked hides. So our next step, as you can see, is soaked hides plus a knife, and you do this in your crafting grid. So you just put your soaked hides plus a knife, and we can now get to scraped hides. So we've got 12 scraped hides, but we also have some tannin. Now this is great because I thought that this had to be sealed for 4 days. No such thing. It's done it in 24 hours. Now can we put all of those in? There we are. Will turn into 12 prepared hides after 3 days. Right. Okay. And we now need, we've got this tannin. So what is stated in the wiki is not quite correct, because this one is just 24 hours on. So we need 10 to 1, we need another 5 logs. Right, let's just take another 5 logs. And if we right click on here, if I put those 5 logs in there, we'll turn into 50 litres of strong tannin after 24 hours of sealing. So we are now waiting for our hides. Now what have we got left in here? We've got 2 litres of lime water. I just wonder, and this is where I don't want to waste anything, if I use some of my little hides, or even one big one, would it do another hide? That would turn into, no, that won't do anything, but could I do a little hide in there? We'll turn into 1 soaked hide small. It won't do 2, but it will do 1, and frankly I'm going to take that 1. Okay, let's seal it again. Yep, there we go. So we can use our leftovers. to do a little bit more than you would immediately think. Another way to make use of any leftover liquids is to set up 3 other barrels, 3 spare barrels, one for your lime water or diluted borax, one for weak tannin, one for strong tannin. And then you can just use your bucket to take out any remnants of liquids that you have in your main barrels, put them in the spare barrels, and then gradually over time you will find that you build up enough residue to make a useful number of hides. Morning guys, time has passed and I have been usefully occupied during that period, but look at this. If we have got 12 prepared hides finally, and we've still got 2 litres of weak tannin, but also in here we've got 50 litres of strong tannin. Now all we have to do at this stage is to put the prepared hides in here for 4 days and seal it. So another 4 days and we should have leather. We have made leather. 24 leather. Look at that, guys. We should, how many backpacks? 1, 2, I think we're going to get 3 backpacks, and all that has been worth every single moment, because now I can swap these backpacks that give me 6 slots for these that give me 5. That's 3 extra slots. But more importantly, we're now set up. I've got my instruction list, I know what I'm doing, and I can now make more leather. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please leave a like, and I hope that I will see you for the next tutorial. Bye bye.